If you're sick of sorting, or you're just wondering if spending all of that time is actually worth it, I want to show you a better way to manage your collection using the same principles that power Google and Amazon. So here's a box I have. It's completely unsorted. I'll show you exactly how to set this up later in the video. Once I have my collection set up like this box, all I have to do is go onto my app. I'm going to show you our app, but you can use any app you want. You do not need to use our software. For now, let's just search by card name. So I'm just going to go ahead and select card name. I was just thinking about building an artifact deck, so let's go fabricate and search for this card. And you can see I have one fabricate, select that. And we're going to go ahead and hit collection. It's saying it's in bin A8. So if I go ahead and find bin A8 here and pull that out. So I'm going to get them all at once here. So yeah, we just pulled bin A8. We're going to look quickly through this bin. And we should be able to find this in a few seconds. Yep, there it is. So we just showed you an example of how you can use your phone just to find a card name, and that's just name searching. We're barely scratching the surface of what is possible. But if you've spent years building and maintaining a sorting system, I completely understand why. Sorting is kind of the default in the Magic community. Nobody really questions it. It's just what you do. And look, sorting absolutely works. For a while, when your collection is smaller, it's totally manageable, but collections grow. And at some point, the system starts working against you. Every new card needs filing. Every old deck you tear apart needs refiling. Every new set adds to the pile. It just never ends. You find yourself with stacks of unsorted cards all over the place, and the thought of dealing with them just hangs over you. And after all that time sorting, weekends, late nights, hours you could have spent actually playing the game you love, you still don't have a clear picture of what you own. You remember the chase cards, yeah. But what about the cards you picked up 3 years ago and wrote off as unimportant? You've forgotten about them. But the thing is, the game changes around you. You change. Cards that seemed irrelevant when you bought them are suddenly spiking in price. A card you dismissed years ago might now be the perfect piece for the deck you're currently building, but it's sitting in a box somewhere, completely invisible to you, because your memory of it faded a long time ago. But what if your collection didn't have to be a static thing? What if instead of fading from memory, it adapted to the deck you're building or the synergies you're chasing? What if it alerted you to that long forgotten card that is now worth 50 bucks? What if your collection was as searchable as the internet? Any card, any ability, any synergy, always right there. Transparent, searchable, yours to interrogate any way you choose. Instead of spending your weekend sorting, you're playing. Instead of net decking and buying a bunch of singles, you search your collection first and build decks from what you already own. And ultimately, you just play Magic again. Not manage it, not maintain it, just play it. You build decks from what you own with your ideas, your own synergies, your own creativity. Instead of copying what someone else is playing, you start discovering what only you could build, because only you have exactly this collection. And now it's alive, responding to you, bending to whatever you want to build. Before I show you a brief demo, I just want to mention I put together a free guide on this. It goes into far more depth than I could ever cover in a video like this. It includes everything you need to implement this yourself today without needing to spend a dime. Link is in the description below. Let's get into how you set this up. Take a stack of random cards and digitize them. It can be any random stack of cards, an old deck you just tore apart, packs you just opened, a pile that's been sitting on your desk for 3 months. It doesn't matter. The order doesn't matter. The set doesn't matter. The color doesn't matter. Just grab a stack and go. What you are seeing here is my preferred method using our system, but you don't need our tools. Any other scanning app, different software, even a spreadsheet will do the trick. Whatever you have access to is completely fine. The goal is simple. Get a digital catalog of that stack of cards. Label your stacks before you store them. As you can see here, I just use very simple markers. A39, A40, A41. Whatever labeling system makes sense to you is just fine. The key is that your app knows that same label. That connection right there between the physical label and the digital record is the entire system. It's not any more complicated than that. That's what makes retrieval possible. Once your app has the label attached to those cards, you're done. Those cards are now part of your searchable digital collection. It's very easy. Step 3. Store your stacks in a physical location that matches its label. As you can see, I just use a simple divided box with labeled dividers. A1, A2, A3, all the way through until the box is full. Each stack lives in its own slot. No sorting by color, no sorting by set, no sorting by anything. Just labeled stacks in labeled slots. As long as the physical label matches what your app recorded, you're done. Just make sure every label is unique. Each stack needs its own distinct location so the app can tell them apart. And that is the entire system. Digitize, label, store. 3 steps. Repeat that process for your whole collection and you will never need to sort a single card again. Every card you own, searchable instantly, by name, by color, by ability, by synergy. Your collection finally visible, dynamic, and ready to answer whatever you're building next. If you want to go deeper on any of this, the free guide in the description covers everything. And if you have any questions, our Discord is always open. The link for that is in the description as well. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped. I hope you're willing to give this a try. I promise you, you won't regret it.